Sure, here's the things ready.
We're ready.
All right. What's happening, family? Welcome back to another episode of Let Us Tell It. I'm one of your hosts, Marcus Tanksley, a.k.a. Tank, and the other host is...
Goosebag. Kid, get off your phone.
I'm sorry. Well, you said you was waiting for us to be ready, and then you didn't wait.
Because
she only said she was ready. I'm my own person, and I wasn't ready.
Get him on the podcast and
Right.
disrespect.
Oh!
No respect. Anyway, if it's your first time tuning in,
People say,
we greatly
"Goosebag,
appreciate
what's
it.
happening?"
But you was on your phone.
No, you.
This is what happens when you
Goosebag.
ask
How
HTT
y'all
to
doing?
I
come
already
on Let
know.
Us Tell
I
It.
expect nothing different. Anyway,
I expect nothing different.
He said what's happening. If it's your first time tuning in, it's usually a podcast about two black men's point of view, fathers, husbands, uncles. We just talk about our point of view of what's going on in this world and different things. But if you watching, you can already see, or if you listening, you can already hear. We got some wonderful guests with us. We have to my immediate right, my beautiful wife. Go on, let them know who you are.
Right I am. Your beautiful wife, period. There's no other explanation needed.
No other.
All right.
Mrs. Tanksley, thank you.
And to my left, I have my beautiful brother.
No, you just said I had breasts before the camera started.
But they're pretty.
It was off, man.
I got gynecomastia.
What's gynecomastia?
That's a medical
Is
term
that
for
man
man
titties?
boob. That's what I want to talk about. The Rock had gynecomastia.
Y'all know who he is. And
Gynecomastia.
together,
We need to stand up for
They
this.
are Here's the Thing podcast.
Man boobs is a medical condition, and we are tired of being.
Well, let's talk about it. Hey,
Get it off our chest.
Okay, so
This is gynecomastia.
You better listen.
Tank,
The
man.
wife like
This is
husband.
gynecomastia.
Tank.
It's just when you got
What? Now,
excess.
Kevin, I am way too close to you to have your
Gynecomastia
titties
is-
out.
We are tired of being shamed.
Look
When
at
you have
this
excess, no, you have to
smack your chest. Put it back.
This is a medical condition. You have to put it back. Excess tissue in your chest, breast area. Even if you do push-ups and stuff, sometimes you will still have it. I just found out Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson had this surgery when he was in the WWE, and nobody made fun of him. And do you think Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was not lifting weights and doing stuff?
But
he was.
how do you get rid of it?
He had surgery.
Is that what happened?
Yes, he talked about it. He had
Kev
surgery.
does not have this.
I have
situation.
gynecomastia. I don't know if that's exactly how
This
pronounced.
sounds
The
But
like-
I know
man-
that has some of the letters there.
The man hasn't
Did
put
you
in the
get
work yet.
Did you get diagnosed with it, or you just claiming it?
Self-diagnosed.
Thank you.
I can
Absolutely.
see it. I had it forever when I was young. It starts off a lot of times in puberty, prepubescent or pubescent boys, like it started with me, and then it doesn't always go away with working out. And I'm tired of being shamed.
Are you
It
going
wasn't
to
like
surgery?
that years ago, though.
I
It
thought
wasn't
about
like
getting
that.
surgery.
Hold on.
It was like that.
6
Greg.
years ago?
I've
No,
always
it
had
wasn't.
this. Yes, it was.
You just started gaining a little bit.
No, I didn't. They've gotten bigger as time has.
you
life
did
has
too?
gone. Yes, as I have as well. But I'm tired of being shamed when Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is not shamed. I'm not even
right.
saying you should shame Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson because he shouldn't be shamed either. You
Kev-
don't shame people.
Kev,
You
nobody talks about your
gynecomastia?
body, but you.
People talk about me all the time. People
No.
write letters in the comments when I have my shirt off. They be like, "Put your shirt away."
Why is
You're
your
scared.
shirt off?
Why
What's
can't
up?
it be? Just because I don't have muscles. When you see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson with his shirt off, nobody ever asks him why.
He's a physical fitness influencer.
And that's what I'm saying. Just because I'm not physically fit, I can have my shirt off.
You right.
Fat phobia, gynecomastia phobia is happening in America, and we're not gonna take it. No. I'm so happy y'all have me on here.
Listen, he is on a rampage, and
you
I
need
just
his
y'all
name?
ain't got no control. Y'all
I
just
ain't
let
got- I'm
him
just
run
like,
away.
Gynecomastia.
You
Matter
have
of fact, this is gynecomastia awareness.
This is
no.
a
You have
bigger-
to wrangle him
This
in.
is a bigger version of Melissa, though. Like, Melissa was
Melissa
on
was
here.
on one when she
big
I
loud.
saw her. She took over for y'all podcast. for a
Dude,
little
my
bit.
editing software could not lower
what
her
do you
voice.
think you're doing?
I'm just very passionate.
Literally, you
about
have
gynecomastia
all of our
awareness
mics
month.
peaking. All four
I'm
of
very
them.
passionate about gynecomastia
All
awareness.
right. Angel?
Yes.
No, hold on.
You
Let-
makes the month.
look, this is we're getting it off our chest. Did we
No, we
explain
said it,
that?
but
Because
we didn't introduce
Because he said I had
the
breasts.
segment.
That's why.
Okay.
Goose did say
So
he
like you
Invited
all
me
know-
on his podcast to
Hold
insult
on.
So
me.
Goose said we do a segment called "Get It Off Our Chest," but because of y'all, we can call it "Get It Off Our Breast."
And then Marcus was like, he making fun of y'all, and I was like, he's not
No,
making
I
fun of Angel.
said,
He's
I
making fun of
said
me.
he's making fun of us, Kev.
Oh, that's right. It
Yes.
was her. And it's just me. Angel has breasts, and that's okay because she's a woman.
But the saying is not get it off of your breast. So that's why I said he's making
Angel,
fun
you
of
have
us.
anything you want to get off your chest?
This is like working with my children. This is what this is like right now.
It's your co-host. It's your host.
I didn't ask. You asked for him over here.
I thought I was getting my own episode, low
You
key.
will get your own episode.
I wanted it first, but
Why you gotta have it first? Why can't I have my wife
he
over
doesn't
here?
support me in any
That's
way outside of that room.
So let's talk about it. Black men that don't support.
I am in a golden cage.
Yeah.
Good news. Let's talk about it. Black men that don't support
Black women.
or black women.
Yep. We've heard this plenty of times
Plenty
about
of
you,
times.
kid.
that I don't support black
And you need
women.
to stop mistreating Josh.
Mistreating Josh.
That's just something I'm gonna start saying.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna make it a thing.
I was like, is he beating Josh? I was really trying to think. Is he beating
Josh?
Don't beat Josh. He's
Nobody
so
says that. I
Angel,
support so many
is there
black
something
women.
you want to get off your chest other than that?
I have way too many things to do. I said it yesterday on our podcast when we were filming it. The holidays need to be at least one more week. There's too much stuff that I need to get done that I just don't see happening, but I will push to do it. I have a bridal shower to throw. I have a Christmas party to throw. I have to get Christmas gifts. I'm planning a holiday vacation. It's just too, on top of running businesses.
Y'all going on vacation? Where y'all going? With the chick? With the kids?
We're going to the Bahamas.
Really? Y'all finna eat corn fritters?
All of that.
Sure.
Now,
When y'all leaving?
The New Year.
excuse me,
Yes, host.
all this stuff you got going on. Now, do you think if you would have just got one Christmas tree, you'd have had more time?
Well, no, no. You know why?
Hold on, let
Because
me address
I
this.
no.
Let's
it's-
shade.
this
Let's
is-
shade.
I know
No,
it
I'm
is.
trying to manage your
I
time
hired
better a
someone
little
to
bit.
do that, so it didn't take
okay.
up none of my time. I
Okay.
know how to delegate. I know how to scale.
Greg will be sitting on something petty for,
Oh, yeah.
7 minutes and will wait
Absolutely.
He
patiently.
tried it with me too. You know all them trees. You know I ain't in your pockets, but I said, man, we done had a
Y'all
couple
gotta
of
meet
trees
Greg's
years.
mom. If y'all could meet Greg's mom, he will make so much more sense.
She coming to the Christmas party. Everybody else's parents is coming.
Nah, my mom ain't coming.
I'm
Tell her,
a-
come on.
I seen her butt.
Hey, Goose.
You always love to
Good.
tell
Stop
that
mentioning
story.
that.
I'ma go
Why?
ahead-
It's my life.
I'm
It's
gonna
part
go
of my
ahead and put
truth.
it out there. I will flirt with your mom.
Oh, that's
I
definitely.
mean, if you want to do it, that's fine with me,
Your
Playboy.
mama's
Me
great. Hey, both
And,
parents are really
and
nice.
what makes it worse is
You
if
got
she
a
feeds into
vasectomy,
it.
so. Oh, that's yeah. She
He
can't
said
get pregnant.
flirt, not
Hold on.
That's it.
wait a minute.
go
He
there.
said flirt. How did we get to consummation?
He
I don't
brought
know.
up he
said
brought
it
up
was
flirting with my mama, so I brought that up.
Is she down for it like that?
I don't know.
What? Is this what y'all be watching over here?
Listen, okay, Tank, what you got to get off your chest, man?
Well, I brought up an issue last week, and with the issue with Lowe's. You know, these doors.
yeah, what happened with that?
Hold on.
I got so many problems with them.
So shut up, Kevin. One issue I'm having in general with these stories and everything we going through, we have a vlog we doing. I got TV.
Yeah.
I got Let Us Tell It. I got Is This Gonna Cause an Argument?
You should have said
I
that
cannot remember.
He never thinks
It's
so.
best for last. I cannot remember when I told this story or who I talked to it about. And people are hearing the same thing over and over
Oh,
and
what?
over.
You.
I don't take you
About
serious,
broke your
Kevin.
finger.
I was agreeing with
I
him.
know that
Boy,
was
it's
a
about me.
Melissa slap. That was so loud.
People be on me for telling the same stories. I talk
you?
a lot
Oh,
for
I'm
a
sorry.
living.
Dude, it's
and
hard
I
to
just
remember.
talk without cameras. And I'm trying to be entertaining. I don't know when I say stuff.
I was like, somebody said, I think it's on one of the vlogs. They was like, I'm sick and tired of hearing about the story about these doors. I'm like, I can't remember when I said it.
Yeah, and Marcus tells all of the details from
Because
the beginning.
Because everybody
every time.
I got to make sure they're getting all the juice if they hearing it for the first
No,
time.
the juice is
That's what
dry.
I'm gonna get off my chest. Just talking about all
You
these
got too
different-
many. You got the same story you're spreading across all
it's
the
not
platforms.
yeah, it's like I mean, front of camera so much. You know, we vlogging. It's 12. It's the
front of camera
vlogmas.
so
12
much.
great days of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Is this, that, and the other?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I got friends I talked to. Me and Melissa was out there. We was waiting. I was like, man, let me tell you about. I was like, I don't remember if I just told Melissa or if I told the vlog or the podcast.
It's also you getting old. That's
also getting old.
Yeah, I know
Something
I'm
about
getting
getting
old.
old. Your brain be like, tell that
You
story.
gotta
never
carry
said
a
this
little
before.
black planner around and write your thoughts
Who
down.
I said it to?
Yeah.
Like, okay,
So-
I don't
Kevin
remember
told this
any-
story.
Every time I go to tell that
Telling you.
story, I feel like it is the first time. I'm like, let me tell you this.
And that's how
It's gonna be so amusing.
I'm from El Paso.
Did you know
You
it?
know, I used to work at Boeing.
But listen,
I'm usually the recipient of the storytelling,
Oh, man.
and I'm like in my head, man, you just told me this.
I want
But
everybody
I'm just
around
like-
me to just accept it.
Yeah.
No.
Truly
People
so.
need to be able to say you told it and
Oh,
then
Greg
you
be
stop.
like,
And then just put a halt on the story.
that's Greg.
Just there.
I'll let you finish that sentence. You done told me that already.
That do sound like Greg.
You done told me that now. Melissa be like, I want you to get kidnapped so you can have new stories.
She
That
did
is
say
so
that,
funny.
didn't she?
Once I think
Get
that was
kidnapped.
Chris Rock's joke, and we were watching it together, and he said that. And she was like, "Man, I've been saying this. The kids be saying that. People in the Patreon stage crew. Well, I love when he tells this story. I'll be like, this. I never said this. Did
Right. Right. Well, this is the truth. You got the chest stuff too to get it off?
Yeah, I got something to get off my chest. It's another airplane situation.
Man, we gonna keep you. We gonna put you on no-fly list. Something gonna happen.
Nah, I just want people, if you sick, wear a mask.
Yeah.
And learn how to go to the restroom, blow your nose. Don't sit there and pick your nose next to me, wiping the snot off. The handkerchief. The handkerchief is just a thicker piece of tissue, and you just put it in your pocket, let it sit there, marinating all the bacteria it is, and then you still touching it. The handkerchief don't do nothing.
My dad used a handkerchief.
Go to the restroom and wash your hands, man.
Hey,
and
man.
wear a mask. And don't sit next to me. Because it irritated me.
Does it irritate you?
And then we got outside, putting the bags in the car. And this maintenance man came with the yellow cart. He said, "Excuse me." And I was cool. I was about to move out the way. I reached down to get the merch bag. He's on top of the merch bag
with the wheel.
with the wheel. I'm like, "Bro, man, back up. What are you doing?" He said, "I said, excuse me." I said, "But you already up on me."
Already.
I done got irritated. I'm Buddha monk. I'm trying to
Yeah. You
be
try
calm.
to be Buddhist monk,
But the fool
failed
next
me.
to me on the plane was so
yeah.
snotty nose. He done ticked me off, man.
Wait a minute.
Well,
Let's
Greg
get into this.
Greg was looking for a rock to throw at this man.
I found the water bottle in the car, and I was like, "Where he at?"
a plastic water bottle, perfect patty to bust somebody upside the head.
Me and him
It's
locked
loud.
eyes.
It's loud if you hit
He
him
was
good.
across traffic. I was like, "Yeah." And, the driver was like, "No, Greg, no." I'm like, I flicked him off.
Sometimes
that what
flick
you
off
did?
is
Oh,
worth
yeah, I
it,
was
too.
like,
You
"You,"
can do it for real. Why are you hiding it?
because man, my children might one day.
Oh.
Greg,
video.
let's get into this woodsman drip that you have on. This
Oh, that's
vest, I love it. The vest and the thermal, but then with the shoes. Do
Earth
you see
tone.
the shoes?
Oh yeah,
With the textured toe?
This
Oh,
is,
and they're Nikes?
And now I'm about to throw away all my Nikes too, though.
Are
Why?
Yeah,
Because Kyrie?
yep. I'm gonna eventually do it.
He ain't never doing it.
Tank was like, yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes, but I like the
Here,
woodsman look.
Give them to me, I'll sell them.
No, I was about to say, what size are they? What size
These
is
are
you?
10 and a half.
Oh, that's the size of little Marcus. So whichever ones you want to get rid of. Yes.
That's a tall boy.
Sheesh.
No,
Mm.
no, it's becoming a
That's man's height. That's
disaster.
man shoes.
Man.
A lot of men don't
Disaster.
even get up to
You,
10 and a half.
you know what? Look, let me tell you
He's
something.
13.
I'm gonna tell you about something as a father, what you don't like hearing. Of the sound of another grown man pissing in one of your toilets and knowing it's your son. That strong, loud stream. I'm like, who is upstairs? I'm like, hold up, nah. Mm-mm. That's the sound of somebody paying bills.
That's Bill's
Start.
That's the baby.
funny,
That's
Marcus.
my baby.
I don't like it.
They asking little Marcus to pick up stuff from high.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
grab
it.
that for me.
He is
How old is he?
13.
13. Dang, I
He's
thought
what,
he was
5'10"?
like 16.
5'9"?
I don't know. He's
He gotta
probably
be 6 foot.
Angel
No,
7'3".
Because he's taller than me,
Shut
right?
up.
He's
He's
almost-
probably
he's
like 5'9". I don't think he's 6 foot. Well, we'll see
He's
when he's near
5'9".
you.
He ain't as tall as me yet, but he's right up there. He probably 5'9", 5'10".
He's a little bit shorter than me.
Why do y'all
Okay.
do that? Why do moms do that?
Do what?
Look at children who are obviously
Ego.
taller than them.
No, what is it? No, it's not.
Even
the
with
truth.
your hair, Angel, he's taller than you.
I ain't never seen him taller than me. Ever.
If you looked in reality, he would be
In
taller.
this
Goose, what's
universe.
it like McKinley being taller than you?
What's the what?
What's it like with your daughter being taller than you?
Oh man, you know. Moving on.
Where's the baby at? Why is she not
Move-
here?
I wish
Moving
you was
on.
here. Why you bring
She
her?
did
You
this.
see,
It
ain't
was
nobody
so
laugh
cute.
at that whack scared joke. You see,
Oh, I didn't recognize that.
today
I did.
you
I
wasn't
did.
supposed to.
Oh no, I heard it as a joke.
You
I was
weren't
waiting to
supposed
hear
to.
what
I
his
didn't
comeback
hear
was
it at all.
going to be.
Sorry. I
Anyway,
love you,
good
Fred. I don't
news
do that.
on the horizon. Well, yeah, it's
What's the
past.
good
It's
news?
past the horizon. So I went and got checked up to make sure.
You ain't got no
about-
more swimmers.
Yep, my vasectomy. Your boy ain't got no more in the clip,
Hey, get it in there.
but I'm busting them.
Hey,
Yeah, we had
All
a time last night.
man, I'm trying to tell you. Look,
I had a time last night.
look, you ain't got nothing to. I mean, nothing to worry about.
I laid off in there.
Hey,
Let's talk about vasectomies.
I'm talking
talk about it.
I laid off
What
in
you
there.
want to know?
You still have sperm, right? They just don't. They
They,
can't.
You have-
they dissolve back
Yeah,
into your
you
body.
have semen. You don't have sperm.
no,
I thought they cut the pathway off.
Yes, so they still have sperm. It just doesn't come down
Yeah.
the vas deferens.
Okay, so they're still there.
They travel down the vas deferens, so that's what they sever. So it basically just dissolves in your body.
Vasectomy.
Vasectomy.
Vas deferens.
Yes.
Actually, the other day, the picture of your actual
To the vas.
yeah, popped
The
up.
doctor called it a nice piece of vas.
Nice piece
Oh,
of vas.
He
boy,
had
when
jokes.
he came up with that, I know
Oh,
he
yeah.
know
It
he
was a
had.
knee slapper.
I know
I
he
was
knew
like,
he had-
shut up.
His-
Tank couldn't wait to say it either.
He
He
did it to
he
you?
nah, he didn't
Oh.
do it to me, but when he did it, you was like, Greg, let me
Yeah.
tell you. Vast difference.
His
Vas-
his vas deferens
Nice
was
piece
as
of
like
that.
a
It's a clear
circumference of like a straw.
Yeah.
It was big.
You had a boba tea?
Hey, I
Vas
told you,
deferens?
super sperm over here, boy.
Your sperm
You
was
could,
bad.
you could pull grapes
you
through that bad boy.
But yeah, really.
I'm trying to tell you.
Hey,
Things was in
When
there
he put it on the
walking.
table and said, look at that.
Babe, when did you get your vasectomy?
Ah, dang, that was
Yeah, I don't know how you did that.
2019.
but
2019?
the
November,
sperm
I think.
and the liquid that the sperm travels in comes through two different tubes.
Yeah.
And
Then they mix
they
it
cut
together.
the sperm, but they cut both of them. The vas difference, whatever the tube called, they cut them, and now the sperm is just it runs into that blocked wall. Now, what can happen? It can cause an infection if they don't dissolve. So
Okay.
when that happens, you wait a day or two. If it's still sore, you go to the doctor. They give you antibiotics to help.
So your sperm just goes into the bloodstream.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Absorbs
dissolves
into
your
your
body. into your
Just
body.
absorbs into your
Yeah.
body. Same as it would if you was, what you call it, celibate or whatever.
If you
Oh
weren't
yeah,
Yeah, it just dissolves into your body.
What you
That's
talking
literally
about?
the only negative I
'Cause you're not,
found. Like people come
ejaculating.
up with all these fictive. Well, yeah, I heard it don't come out the same. I'm like, dude, none of that is. It don't even work like that's not how the anatomy works.
People don't need to know that.
I knew somebody
Oh,
had one.
absolutely
He
not.
can't get an erection no more. It had nothing to do with his vasectomy. That's
wasn't
not
gonna
how
have
the
one.
anatomy works.
at all.
They just come up with it sounds stupid when you actually know about it and educate on it. It's like, come on, y'all, do better.
yeah. Well, we gonna know for sure if mine worked in the.
Because
In
if
a-
males show up pregnant,
Yep, because I let loose a couple times.
All right.
refractory period.
I let loose, boy.
did you feel the need? Marcus felt the need to test it out on himself before he tested
Oh
it out
yeah, I
on me.
tested out
It's
plenty
scary.
of times. Well, they say you have to. They want you to ejaculate 20 times
Yeah.
before to get the
Everything about it.
reserves out.
Because if you ain't
Before
ejaculating
you have sex.
Yeah.
No, well,
before you go back for your second,
before you let loose in
Someone else.
Yeah.
because
So-
thing
'cause
is,
you-
if you ain't doing nothing, they just sitting there waiting, reproducing. Like, all right, let me,
I'm learning a lot.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't have a vasectomy.
Oh what?
I knew somebody
Okay.
heard it.
I thought you was changing the subject.
I don't need one. Melissa has her tubes tied.
Ah, that's great.
You're not gonna stand in solidarity with her?
Nah, I support him from the sidelines.
Oh yeah. If Mel,
big pom pom.
if Mel would have got hers tied, I wouldn't have did it. I wouldn't have did myself like that.
I would have had mine untied and been like, "Go get cut. I've done enough."
Nah.
Being
I
pregnant again.
I don't. Well, let me take that back because I don't want any more children from anybody.
There you go.
Shoot.
Well, that
To
was
make sure that didn't happen, yeah.
that was the big reason why I wanted Marcus to have a vasectomy. Is I didn't want him to be able to ever make any more children.
Yeah.
That was it.
I told her, you done messed up because that was keeping me honest.
Listen, no, the
Man.
honesty I don't care about. I don't want my kids having no half siblings. And if we were to break up, I want to be able to have that over whoever else he gets with. Is that I'm his baby's mom. And I know my kids will always trump. Listen, I want to be able to call at 1 a.m. in the morning and be like, Marcus not doing well. We need you to come over here to help out. And then he have to get his black ass up.
Just so I can come smash.
Yeah.
I've heard this story before. See how I just laughed? It was also funny again.
But this was for them. This was for them.
But
For
it
let
was-
us tell it. I've never told it to let
But
us
I never
tell it.
said, oh, Angel, you said that story before. I
Because-
just listened, and I also think that's very funny to say. Marcus will be fine. Little Marcus is 6. Little Marcus is 28.
If he needs
Does not
you.
live with you.
Yeah.
You gotta stop doing
He
this.
with his girl. What are you talking?
You gotta stop. This
He
man has his own
needs
family.
you.
He has children. Our grandson is 6. He's home with his father.
He needs you, babe.
Just the petty being petty.
So real quick, I was on my way here, and I'm listening to music. Right, I got my music playing.
Music.
And in my personal opinion, I feel like these newer artists, the hip hop artists, the Lil this, the Young That's, all of the babies,
Baby, the little one.
the young, all of these, the twerks, jerks, herks, all these different.
Okay.
I don't feel like they have enough substance to last the way the artists do or have that we came up with.
Oh boy, you is old.
Have you heard of
Once you have crossed over into
That's what
our,
I said.
them
But he'll
young
say
kids that
it's
got that
different.
staying
He'll be
power.
like, no, it's different though. It's different than
No,
when
even-
older
even-
people
That's what
say.
every generation has said.
So here's my thing though. It's like when we were coming up, you had the even the Kumo D's, the Big Dad Kane was in Jay-Z video. You had them saying, no, these dudes is nice. You had them paying, giving credit to the Locks, to all of these. You don't see the
Nas and 21 Savage just got a project together.
and right after that he said he wasn't relevant.
No, he said it before then.
Oh, he said
It was before then. The
Wow.
music together was
okay.
to be like,
21 Savage.
Yeah.
Perfect example. I've heard the name. I haven't never heard any of his dude's song. I went and listened to one of them songs.
His song.
you said you wouldn't listen?
I went and listened to one, and I was just like, "What in the entire hell is this crap?"
Rap music is designed to be consumed by the generation who is making it. If an older person likes it, then the young people will organ reject it. When Rev Run and them was
Organ.
hip, dop, Adibity, and all that, Rev Run, Sugar Hill Gang, and all that, our generation was like, that's old music. We gonna make something that sounds different from that, which made the hip hop, hibbity hop be like, that's trash. This up on the stoop, run to the coop. That's, man, I got some juice. They was like, now this stuff.
But that's an improvement over this 21
us?
Savage dude.
To
That
us, it is.
He was
But the
doing
kids
nursery
love
rhymes.
it. The kids love it.
Lil
Have you
Baby-
heard this new stuff, Goose?
Fun fact:
You a rapper?
21 Savage is
I can tell.
his barber was my barber, or my barber dated his mama or something like that.
Okay,
There was a
I
connection
love
somewhere
it.
in there.
I
Yeah,
love
there
it.
was a
You
connection.
They was
drove the
his
school
barber and
bus.
my barber was
There's a
both on
person or two
Taylor
of
Road.
the
at the
separation.
same
We
time.
connected
separation.
somewhere in there. That's a fun fact. Yeah, but he's from England and Decatur,
Tits.
Georgia.
He's from England and Decatur, Georgia.
Yeah.
I
God
love it.
dang.
Can I show them your Vas Deferent?
I don't care.
Is that his
It's
balls?
already on YouTube. Yeah, they big and swollen, boy. Look at them balls.
What's happening?
That's the tube they cut.
That's the
Dang.
tube. That's
That's-
the tube. And
that's
then
I've
I
never seen one before to know what it looks like, and I still feel like that's big.
I made him a little care package that said "We're nuts about you," and it had all of his favorite things.
How far back did you go to find this?
I just mentioned it here.
I've seen that man's vast difference now.
You've been inside his body.
Whatever it looked like.
I thought it was clear.
It looked like a tapeworm.
I didn't consent to vast.
One of them was clear. One of the things he cut out of me was clear.
No,
Well,
that's
you
what it
already
looked like.
showed me. I could have been
I said,
anything.
can I show you advanced difference? He said, I don't care. And then I flipped it. I just had to see your titties. So hush now.
That's outside.
So
You
that's
ain't seen my
outside.
ass?
That's outside.
Shake
now.
that vast. Shake that vast.
21 Savage. I like
21
some of his
Savage.
music.
21
Preferably
Savage.
the way he rides the beats.
Ride
What he
the
says, most rappers,
beat.
you're not even listening to what they say. You just like, as long as they riding the beat.
be listening.
So I'm just old school.
Nowadays,
He's not actually trash.
nowadays,
I don't know.
I mean, he's
I don't listen to his music.
To-
I bet there's nothing-
to
I'm
what
not-
Kev was saying though, to the he's
Okay.
to the kids of his age.
Mm-hmm. How long he been out?
Been out for a
He got
while.
a minute. At
Yeah.
least
Yeah.
probably close to 10 years,
15.
I imagine.
I would say 15
Might be 15.
because we've been here 6, and he was out before I moved here.
It's a
He,
night.
he's
What they saying? in the
oh
comments?
your
What y'all
boy.
think
The
about
boy
that?
is successful though.
Is he?
Yeah,
From music or from other
music.
ventures?
Music. He's
Okay.
he's a talented
But
individual.
the 21 Savage and Lil Baby, they would be,
say
they
he's
might
dope.
be who you consider like the good ones of rap. There's a lot of the Tekashi 6ix9ines and
I'm including
Tekashi
all of them in the
6ix9ine.
same.
you know what I'm saying.
No.
Except Lil Baby be rapping.
You can't
No,
compare.
I ain't heard him. The Baby.
The Baby is almost universally disliked now.
Yeah. I'm
His
not.
music
two.
or him?
Both. I think the initial dislike came from his flow didn't really change and his beats didn't really change either. So
I-
it felt like the same song being
I
made
heard a
over.
couple of songs or a couple of verses he did with other people, and I was like, man, this boy is spitting right here.
Baby?
I didn't hear anything years prior.
Yeah.
See, but here's the thing. This is how I know this music isn't for me, is that I don't know these people.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I know it's
Booty
not for
Tay?
me.
Like, I thought I knew folk when like Cardi was popping, and I was like, would you be listening to that, Cardi? He was like, what? And then he started naming off the pancake, cinnamon butter, whatever these names is, and I was like, I've never heard of any of these people.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that's it. I ain't
Yeah.
got no. I'm out of there because I ain't never heard of these people. I really thought I was onto something when I knew who Cardi B was. He was like, no.
Yeah, nah, I know it ain't for me.
That's the name. These kids, they got numbers in there.
Yeah.
1127. Who?
50
That's
Cent.
time for a nap. I get 50 Cent.
The rap music, literally, man, it's
But the thing-
it's a different thing right
What's
now.
crazy is like you compared to other genres of music. It's like we always in competition with each other. You don't hear about rock stars and R&B artists and stuff. It's like, well, who's better? Only one can be the best.
That's
it's like,
because rock has so many categories.
Yeah, but
rap is just rap.
all right, but even if rap's just rap, you got R&B.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got people saying you can only have one great, everybody else is weak. Or you
No, they be saying R&B is
or
dead.
you too old to do this.
They be
R&B
saying
ain't
R&B
dead.
They be
It's
saying
still-
R&B dead and R&B not good no more.
No, R&B's still good.
Sister's
I
album
mean-
is amazing.
It's hard for because it had a golden era. It's just like metal had a golden era.
Yep.
It's not that people aren't still making it. It's just not the sound of the decade, I guess you would say.
I feel like other genres, just rock, because you mentioned it. Like in Seattle, they were making grunge. So then you're like, oh, y'all is grunge. Y'all ain't heavy metal
Here-
like this or death metal or.
Here's the
soft
difference
rock.
from talking to someone who
Okay.
seems to be just engulfed in music.
Yeah.
Look, I'm very shallow when it comes to this. When I say rock, if a guitar is getting played and it's
And it's
and
electric
it sounds a
and
certain if it's electric and it sounds a certain way, rock.
You don't
But
know.
Marcus, that's Elton John. Rock. All right, you come over here.
Hey, man, instead of a guitar being played.
R&B, if it's jazzy, smooth, and talking about love, R&B. But Marcus, no, that's it. R&B. I don't care if Redman and Method Man's on there with D'Angelo. That's an R&B song. Moving on, like
So
that's.
when Kanye made 808 and Heartbreak, was that R&B or rap?
I don't know. I ain't messed with Kanye since his third album.
808 and Heartbreak was his fourth album.
He said his
the
third.
third.
So after the third, you're like, I don't care what you
He
did.
was already crazy.
What you gonna do? I ain't gonna listen to it.
I
Pretty
saw the
much.
road he was headed down.
You
Y'all
did?
just now getting here.
Hey, wait,
Yeah.
heartbreak. I'm out of here. I'm out.
Y'all was the behind the
Marcus
scenes
has-
stuff he was doing.
He rushed into being an old man, especially when it
He
came
did.
to
When it came to
music.
music, man, I limit myself, and I'm not
My kids.
I'm
What's
not,
the song? that,
ashamed of it.
Is it not Pick Up the Pieces? What's the song that it has a long?
Kai was sitting at his I think he was doing his homework. I don't know, playing with something. He goes, "Hold on, God dang it, I'd rather be with you." Yeah.
That's
I was like, Bootsy, that's my boy right there. That's my son.
Why that baby know that? 'Cause y'all-
Me. That's what I be listening to. Right
And
now.
also the reason rap is just doesn't last like that. They all talk about
Yeah.
the same, but they
It's
say
limit-
the
they
same words verbatim every time. I got this, whatever in the trap, smoking this, smoking that, shoot you in the cap.
First
type.
of all, that's
I
kind of
love
goes.
You sure?
Smoking
love
this,
it.
smoking
You gonna
that.
run this back?
Shoot you in the trap. I'm like, yeah, nigga, that nigga
Hot
Greg
boxing
spitting.
it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love a good.
I like when they can do
foul
it.
Henri song.
I like everybody know Pusha T. I'm a big Pusha T fan.
He be talking about the same
He
thing.
does what he does, and he does it well.
Cocaine
I don't
sales.
expect him to switch it up like Jay-Z did and start talking about, well, this is where I'm at now, or even a Nas. It's like, no, he gonna stay right there.
You
He
still
was
want
like,
to push
this is
on
what's
that
making me
corner
money.
selling that coke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, unfortunately, too, for most of the young rappers, the life they live. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this.
Go ahead.
I don't know what you're about to say, but I'm
This
already
is your
nervous.
podcast.
You just have to edit it out because every time I talk about somebody dying and such, it's so cringe words. But a lot of rappers just get offed. A lot.
Oh
they be
yeah.
dying.
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
Okay.
I be wanting them to.
Most of them ain't gonna make it, so it ain't gonna matter.
That's what.
That's
what.
the part I gotta take out.
No.
Nah,
Okay.
leave it in there. He meant
Oh,
it.
y'all cool with this? They gonna
Yeah.
be dead.
They gonna be.
No, it is the ones. It seems like they're getting shot at an alarming rate.
Yeah,
getting
but
shot.
just crazy.
Have y'all been hearing more about the Meg The Stallion and what's that little boy's name? That little man?
Tory Lane.
Tory Lane's case.
Mhm.
Nah.
So everybody was having sex with everybody.
What does that even have? That was I was so funny. I was watching the video. There was a video of a dude.
Yeah, y'all
who's,
gotta.
I'm gonna bring you up to speed.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
There's a video of a dude who's been sitting in on the case. So
Here's
he
the
comes.
thing.
He comes out.
Now
He
here's-
comes out and he's giving a recap, right? And he's like, okay, the prosecution side, they come in, they give an opening statement, and it sounds pretty, cut and dry. That Tory shot Meg in the foot. He was like, she had gotten out the car or the truck that they were in, and he was like, dance, bitch. Shot in the foot, right?
Was he high? Sound
Listen.
like some Eddie Murphy Harlem Nights.
So then
Shoot you in your pinky
they were
toe.
like, but then the defense comes up, and the defense is like, so there was a girl who was also in the car. Her name was Kelsey. They were like, there's a lot of stuff the prosecution isn't telling you, and gives a whole kind of recap of the entire night of them being with Kylie Jenner, and Tory was showing interest in Kylie, and Meg got upset. And then when they got in the car, Tory was like, why are you talking to Kelsey, why are you taking Meg's side? She done slept with every dude that you done slept with. And then they name off the people that Kelsey slept with and that Meg slept with. And that Kelsey and Meg were fighting, right? And they were like, so why is it that Tory is the one that's being accused of shooting Meg? And I was like, what does Meg's activity have to do with getting shot in the foot? That shows you how much it is easier to defame someone's character that has nothing to do with the situation than it is to just be like, what led to her, or who shot her in the foot? Yeah. They're basically, instead of presenting this person actually shot her, because that's the easiest way to get your client off, is to actually give them the person who's done it. Instead, they're like, we're not going to do that. We're going to defame the person that said they got shot.
Mm-hmm.
I think they don't know who shot her. So then they were saying Kelsey, the girl, that's her name?
Kelsey.
Meg
Okay.
Yeah. Well, not
saying,
really. They're not close. But
they
yeah.
were saying they were beefing in the car. So they're like, why are y'all thinking
Meg and
Tory?
Kelsey
Yeah,
should
why?
be
You know
from
what?
the car.
Why is Tory being blamed when it could have been Kelsey?
This is
Because
the Johnny Cochran approach.
They've been they've been sleeping with the same men, and they've been having issues in the car, and then they were even fighting outside or something like that.
This is what the answer is to your question. OJ, the prosecution said OJ killed them. Johnny Cochran said, why did the policeman take that to his house?
Right.
You're like, what?
It's
Johnny
all-
Cochran killed him. Mark Furman was saying nigga.
100%.
What are you talking about? The LAPD beat
That's
up Rodney
facts, though.
King. Why are you saying it? Because, if I say OJ didn't do it, I ain't going to win.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is, Meg The Stallion was eating spaghetti.
Right.
You understand me?
And she has a gluten allergy.
And just let's throw a whole bunch of other stuff and get
She's
people
lying
off
to
track.
herself.
They was at Kylie Jenner's house.
Yeah, because the thing is
That's
that
true.
the strongest case is always going to be present the person who did it. But if you can't do that, you then just go,
So
let's
just
not
for-
focus on why my person might be the person. Because my thing is, if all of them were around, somebody saw who
Yeah,
did
that's
it.
why I'm like,
If I was the
somebody
defense,
shot-
I would do this. It could have been Kelsey. Could have been the gun itself. Maybe the gun was upset.
Didn't they say
Who
it was
said
Kelsey's
had no
gun?
trigger?
No, but they did say both Kelsey and I do believe I've read that both Kelsey and Tori, they tested positive for
Oh,
Tory? Oh, Kelsey and
with
Tory.
gunpowder.
for
Oh,
gunpowder.
oh.
So
Wait,
here-
did Tory
here's the
say he
thing.
didn't shoot?
Yeah, he ain't said. Well, he's been saying he didn't shoot
Yeah,
her,
he said
but
he
he did.
did.
The problem is they were like he sent text messages the next day apologizing.
For
But
shooting?
no, he's smart enough not to say that. I'm sorry for shooting you in your foot.
What are you
Yeah, he just said,
I
I'm
have
sorry.
been caught up on this. What was his apology?
He just was like, I'm sorry about last night.
Yep.
For my involvement, I will not say. But the events that partook that
Hey,
resulted
so
in you.
The gun, somebody got shot. Did they recover the gun that shot the person?
Yeah.
Okay, is that gun registered?
I don't
If it
know
is-
if they got the bullets.
No, you don't need the bullet. The gun.
Okay.
Whoever, if the gun is legally registered, whoever's gun that is, put all the charges on them. That person will eventually let you know what happened.
Oh, because it's their weapon.
Yeah, it's their weapon.
Oh, but those type of charges aren't as bad as actually shooting someone. And those are
It's
charges.
bad, though.
But to what you're saying though, if they put all the charges on Tory, which they've already tried to do, he's just gonna say, I didn't do it. It's my gun, but I didn't do it. He's who he gonna snitch on?
Lie and say somebody else
That's what I'm
did
saying.
it.
He gonna lie. What he doing right now? They need to find. There's no way. Somebody has to confess.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like
Kelsey
they
is
need
coming
to-
forward.
hold on,
Kelsey
But two
is
people have
Hold on,
gunshot
wait,
residue
did the
on.
victim-
by taking.
Did the victim not
The
say she was
gun
shot by
after.
somebody?
But
I
then
don't
gunshot
even-
residue comes right after the
Wait,
shot.
time out. Stop. Has Meg not said this person shot me?
She did.
That's
Oh,
all it should
okay,
take. I don't know.
Well, not to convict somebody.
That's
like,
crazy. Like
to
I'm shot
convict
in the
somebody-
foot. We standing here. He was the one who shot me in the foot.
No,
and
no,
we
no.
don't know.
Remember Training Day? It's not what you know. It's what you can prove. You got to prove that he did it. I thought gunshot residue only happened when you shoot it like that.
Yeah,
like
that
smoke.
is.
So how two people got it on, unless they were both had their hand on it or close enough?
It's within proximity. It don't matter.
So if I shot right here, boom, I shot at that door. Would it get on Greg and Angel?
Some of it would. Now
just-
on the actual hand, if she held the gun
Afterwards?
Yeah.
Or
afterwards.
I don't know about gunshot residue.
Here's the
Being on more than one person. I didn't know. This is the first time I've heard of that.
Kelsey is supposed to be testifying on behalf of the prosecutors that Tory shot.
This shooter?
Mm-hmm.
So
I've
is
never
that
heard-
There's a
attempted-
lot of
is that
information that
attempted
just
murder?
came to me now. I didn't know.
I've never heard.
Is that attempted murder?
They could. I don't know what they are charging him with. Like, I don't know what the charges will be.
The only time I've ever heard of somebody getting shot saying who done it was whether it was in self-defense or not. I've never heard of somebody saying this person shot me. No, I didn't. Well, we can't prove it. That makes no sense to me. It sounds like missing information.
Well, no,
Because
it's
if that's the case, a lot more people would be getting shot and killed.
Because I want to say at first she didn't say he did it.
first she said because she said because the police pulled them all over. She was afraid to say he shot her because one, that means they have a gun. The police, it's just a bunch of
Okay.
the police
Now-
ain't gonna be
And
like,
she was still trying to protect
you're
her, she
a
said that.
woman, You're a woman, and you're the only person. Everybody's about to get lit up.
Was on their way to her to take her to the hospital or something?
No. It had just happened. They were arguing. So she said she had cut her foot on glass. That's what she said in the police report. However, her medical chart, they pulled fragments of a bullet out. So that also doesn't help her credibility, because they're like, well, you lied. And she said her reason
that
is.
changes things. I thought it was like you limping there. Hey, this fool just shot me. No, it didn't. Well,
no, the police that came and made them get out on the ground.
That's different. That's why I was like, now there's different. There's some things missing in this story, other than somebody saying I didn't shoot him.
Mm-hmm. So, they said it's aggravated assault. He's got 3 charges against him.
Yeah. They need to just drop the case.
California, ain't that another serious gun laws here?
It's a series of charges that he can face, whether he shot or not. But in California, it's like depending on the county that it's registered in.
Yeah, if it ain't
if
orange,
there's a school nearby, he get charged for that.
We're gonna talk about that.
The biggest problem is that Tory is the only one who has had the same story the entire time. I did not shoot her. That's the two women in this scenario have both changed their story at some point in time. With Meg saying she stepped on glass at first, went to the police, and with Kelsey saying Tory did not shoot Megan at first as well.
Oh,
now they're
Kelsey's
both
singing a different tune.
Yeah, she's like, no, Tory shot her.
Dang.
Now it's 2v1.
Yeah.
Plus residue, that should be 3.
My biggest thing is I don't know that my biggest thing, the reason why I personally believe Megan, not just because she's a black woman, is that she gains nothing by going down this path.
If she were lying?
If she were lying, there's really nothing for her to gain by being like, you the one who shot me. Because the thing is that this could have died the medical report never had to be released. We could have all just believed they got pulled over and she cut her foot on glass. She then chose to be like, no, my life was in danger. I was shot.
Also,
by
people
this
online
man
was saying that she was actually, I can't remember back then, because I remember the glass thing. I don't know.
So that's the only reason why
she started saying that. I thought she was trying to defend herself by saying that, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Regardless, even if she wins this, she gains nothing. Mm-hmm. It's not like people are gonna be like, well, you're a champion. They're gonna still be like, lions. So
yeah. All right. Well, I don't know how we got here.
Moral of the story is you need to watch out who you hang with.
I saw a really interesting video about that.
Watch out who you hang with.
It was really good.
Because if you ain't my friend,
you
shoot me in my foot, or shoot me, you pull a gun out on me, period. Yeah, you ain't.
They were dating for a while. Was they dating?
I didn't know any of this.
Apparently, they were dating everybody. Tory was banging his friends, her friends. She was banging his friends.
You know, like you said, like be aware of your surroundings, your circle that you cool with. Greg, you had some things about AI.
Did y'all know Elon Musk came out with this new AI? It's called Open AI, and it's a search
artificial intelligence for y'all.
Yes. It's a search engine like Google, right? Mm-hmm. So you put whatever you want to put in and it searches it. But with this one, you can ask it to do tasks. So you can tell it to write you a weekly workout plan or a monthly workout plan, and it'll just right there on the screen, pop, pull up a workout plan, type it all out for you. You tell it your weight, height, and it figures it out for you by itself.
So it's taking the job of personal trainers.
Personal trainers.
AI's taking the job of everybody.
Logistics. If you like, hey, how long does it take? Show me the route from here to there. It shows you the route. Write me a paper, an essay. It'll write you a paper, an essay. It does everything. It says it's going to take over Google, the search engine Google. Yeah,
Skynet. This is the beginning of every movie. It starts with the robots, and then you got it.
So why? Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So why do you think there's such a big push, Greg? Because I know you are the conspiracy expert. Mm-hmm. Why do you think there is such a big push for everything to move towards AI by the rich? Because those are the people that are creating it.
So everything can be documented. Everything. So For example, if I'm selling anything on the street, cash, that's money the government's not seeing at all. But if I have a chip in my hand and you have a chip in your hand and we tap each other, they can tax that money because they know it's been, it's moving. That money's moving. I think everything is going to get to that point, period. And with this, I mean, this is going to narrow. Yeah. This is going to mess some people up because it's going to take a lot of jobs away, especially from the minority. You know, if you're able to just, hey, write me a code to do this. Now coders you taking jobs, they probably going to start paying people low because you ain't got to know no trade. The darn computer doing it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it started out with, they took away the gas attendant at the gas pump. You just go pay with your card. You don't need no bag. You can bag your own groceries. You just scan it yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So before, nobody was really concerned. But then, like Kev was saying, they got AI creating,
art,
taking creative jobs. Like, hold on.
There was a whole debate about that Lensa app when people was putting their photos in and it was made Angel to a white woman and did me terrible
Those
too.
are beautiful pictures, by the way.
Yeah, Angel had a son named Jalen in that picture.
I definitely did.
And she putting money on a nigga's books.
I can play spades.
But
she could play spades.
The first question was like, y'all giving y'all data to companies, which is an argument that was happening when the old people came up. Y'all giving y'all data to the people.
You're already staring at your phone.
Yeah.
Did you know?
I'm like we have to unlock our phones with our faces.
Did you know that iPhone literally takes pictures like every 5 or 10 seconds? Like if you were to turn the lights off and video with another phone, you would see it flashing because it's literally just.
No, I didn't know that.
That's how when you pick it up, it recognizes your face because it's just constantly doing that.
But the debate moved from that to you're stealing from artists, right? You're stealing from, like, this AI generated these images from stealing from real artists. And then I was like, dang, I didn't know about that nor think about that. But in my mind, I was like, I wouldn't have paid
anybody to do this anyway.
Right? I was only doing this because I was bored. But technology has always taken somebody's job. Not even AI. Like, when horses were the primary mode of transportation, people made horseshoes. Yeah. And then when people start using cars, the dude when the car came, the horseshoe man is like, nigga, if y'all do that.
Blacksmiths was going out like crazy.
When people stopped using swords as their primary weapon. Yeah. All technology has always evolved that, and it always, as people become efficient, efficiency means people lose their job. For example, I just made these videos today of me going inside the video that Lil Mama made, right? That before you would have had to have a green screen, lighting, all this stuff. Now with technology in this app, I can just stand here, press a button and say remove background. Canva, this app, I use it to make, I'm not even a good enough graphic designer to make flyers. They have all these templates. All I have to do is put my picture there and my dates. I used to pay a graphic designer anywhere from $50 to $400 depending on the thing to make stuff, folders and all that stuff. I don't even have to make a good enough version to beat him, but because of this software, I now don't have to hire him. And it's not in my best interest unless I need something dope to do that. So it was cool until when AI writes good jokes, then I'm going to be like, now this is a problem.
They're going to be killing.
Yeah.
We shouldn't. If AI is performing and I can't get my show because AI has a show,
we got to bring down the man.
Then it'll be a
Everybody
problem.
was like, all right, get that out of here.
It was crazy. What jobs do you think that would be the last ones that AI could actually fulfill?
Trades. Straight HVAC, electrical, plumbing, welding, firemen. I believe that's a trade.
And troubleshooting AI.
Yeah.
AI gonna be like, you'll never fix me.
Cyber security type situations, but outright those three, plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, nah. You have to physically be there to fix those things.
But a robot,
I don't know. I was about to say a robot.
Robot is
a robot. There's no.
You think a robot can't assess something that's wrong with air conditioning?
Well,
no.
To that point, I think in a situation of if it's newer, let's say it was designed by a specific company, this building or whatever, they can design robots to fix
That's
that.
what I'm saying. I feel like that's what they would do.
No. Well, okay. You can design a robot to fix anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like building cars.
But you're
that's all robotic now.
You think them Detroit niggas didn't think that was possible?
But what I'm saying, like, okay, you build a robot to fix plumbing, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a leak, right? Robot fixes it. How does this robot test this leak? Is he gonna literally see the water dripping? Is there gonna be a sensor to where he's like, pressure, hell.
You're giving all the answers.
I got leak sensors in my house. If I get a leak, like by the washing machine, it's gonna come to my phone.
Why would you think a robot couldn't check that?
He's like, is it gonna be like sensor? Yes.
That's actually exactly how they.
But what I'm saying.
But I got eyes.
Like
you know what Greg sound? I want to make a joke. You know what Greg sound like? Have you seen the movie Office Space?
Yeah.
They're like, what is your job here? Well, I talk to the engineers. He's like, well, why couldn't we just talk to the engineers? What? They don't talk to people? I gotta talk to them. That's Greg. How could a robot? I saw the water. What would a robot know? A robot don't have eyes. A robot have eyes?
No, what I'm saying is like a building like this that's chaotic. You don't know what you're gonna run into. Because she said the last jobs to be able to take over. So robot wouldn't be able to, not with today's technology, come in here and find an issue that somebody found. Because they got to program it to figure out what's up there. But if this was a new building designed by GE and they know where everything is, they can design robots to go troubleshoot issues in that because it was designed by them. So they already have the schematics and everything to make that work.
You're already ahead of us. I thought creators would never do it.
I can agree with that.
But
I think therapists will be the first.
Nah.
I mean, the last.
Nah, that robot gonna analyze what a therapist. You know, niggas is in there with the same problems. They're gonna be like, "What is your wife tripping?
You sit in your height and weight. You sit in your height and weight, and it puts in your.
But like, being that person, having that personal.
Yeah, I think that'll be. I think any
personal connection was already lost.
That's old school.
Okay, boom. Watch this. Because of pandemic, right? Prior to the pandemic, I went to therapy in person, right? Because of pandemic, I do it on Zoom. So we already lose the connection of me going and looking at you. So now all we have, I seen the TikTok, this dude made an AI version of himself to look like he's on Zoom. It's a digital rendering of himself that looks human. If you could take away the look, now I believe you're a real person back there and do good enough to listen, people will be like, this robot's good. Sex?
No.
You be smashing them robots?
Sex would be the first thing to go.
That's what I'm saying.
But no, I still think, for me, the only reason why I say...
Go to...
The only reason why I say
They
therapy
got
is because... It's because there is a level of empathy that I'm trying to think of how you would program that type of... You
put the empathy and you turn it up.
Crank it up. Tears, water, sensor.
Preferences.
Go to empathy. You turn that all the way up on that robot.
Perfect. Yeah, that's it. That's the one I think will be the last, though.
Therapists.
Doctors? Nah.
Like surgeons?
No, I think that's very easy.
That's going to be first.
Easy?
They got laser.
Trauma victim. Trauma. Like paramedics. Because that's a completely different thing right there.
Like
you got first responders. You got like
you ain't got time for a robot to be like, what's wrong? His arm broke. He like,
you sitting there, it's right here, man. Impaled. You sitting there downloading how do you fix the impale?
You know what? I think there will always have to be a human there, but I could see them adding more AI to that experience to be able to scan the body of like as far as in blood pressure, like if there's any like scanning. I don't know what all AI can do currently, but I do think a human will always need to be there as well to be able to like communicate with the person. But
because we gonna be robots.
Hey, look,
we
I
are
was about
robots.
to say I don't think the human race is gonna survive long enough for
Nah,
robots
that's why I be
to
telling my
take
kids
our
like,
stuff
y'all be
over.
like, what's gonna happen when I grow up?
Look,
Who said you going?
The rate we
say it's
going?
going?
No,
that rapper, I wanted to say this, the effing Mecca, the AI rapper, the only mistake they made is there was white people behind it, and he said, if there was behind it, he said, effing Mecca already had millions of followers. They got AI creating beats now, creating music.
That's art.
That's art. You're gonna have to be a snob. Like, I don't want robot music.
That's
I don't
us.
want
That's gonna
human
be us.
music.
But that's the
You
thing.
always gonna have people like that.
I think that'll be the salvation. Old people who just be like, I don't want it just because it's not what I'm used to.
Exactly.
Will be the now once we die off.
And that,
Thing
listen,
is,
That's it.
but here's the other thing to that. You still got people, even our age, that don't the large population of the world. Like we out here in LA, I just seen a Uber Eats robot taking food down the street the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've seen one of them.
So
in Hollywood.
but you still have people. This is in the city. Look at all right. I'm gonna try to switch this around. So look at the electoral maps. You know how you got the blue is always very small, but then most of the states red.
Yep.
I feel like that's how it is with this AI stuff. This is like them cities, them concentrated cities. They need all the technology.
Yep.
The majority of the people don't want nothing to do with that.
You right.
Yep. I remember when I was at All Deaf. I wish I could find the
Politicians.
video. They had a robot security
Politicians.
Sorry.
guard. What do you say?
That I was saying politicians, they will be the last to lose their jobs. Go ahead.
They
The
the
robot
ones-
gonna be
they the
like,
ones
I am for
approved.
everyone. I don't like Trump. But
All deaf.
they had a security guard. It was a robot security thing. It was basically a deterrent. It just walked around and scanned and had cameras, and it was just enough to be like, well, if I know this thing has cameras and it's recording me and I can see it, I'm not finna break into this car.
Yeah.
Right? But it didn't do nothing. It couldn't shoot you, couldn't hurt you. But now they're making robot police dogs. They're making drones. They passed a law. They're trying to pass a law, I think, in San Francisco that a
we
drone
talked
could
about
shoot
that.
you. You see all that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Drones
Yeah.
as a weapon.
That's
That used to be a
ridiculous.
fighter pilot thing. Now it's some in New Mexico.
it's like
Yeah.
a video game.
Blowing up something halfway across the world. That's
yeah,
why.
Yeah, the problem with that is the you removing the human connection.
Yeah, it's
it's a
desensitizing
video
you, so you
game,
could
yeah.
easily shoot somebody.
You used to have to kill somebody like them early wars. Stab.
Turn.
Turn. The
Make
better
sure that
technology got, the further away from somebody you could
The
be.
easier
and still
well
kill
to
them.
kill.
You used to with a gun. Now I can shoot you from here. With a drone, he's
Yeah.
in New Mexico
in
and
his
you're
drawers.
dead.
Eating
In
Fritos.
his drawers.
Bro, in his drawers.
Just had his
Some kid that can
vasectomy.
control it.
He's healing from his
To
vasectomy,
that
going.
point, Greg said it's gonna be a kid. Think about how our children, like especially y'all's kids and his kids, they grow with technology.
Yeah.
These kids have had an iPad at their fingertips the majority of their life. We learn type. McKinley, Amar,
Yeah, Mar know how to work.
Micaiah, they are growing up with technology at their fingertips.
Yeah.
They gonna be smarter than us. Angel's still gonna be putting their glasses and looking over. Be like, in my day, we had to touch the iPhone. The iPhone gonna be in your glasses. You gonna be looking.
I'm gonna go to circuit breaker box and just flip the power off. It's like,
the internet?
Like,
no,
what's
supply,
that?
No, all the power to the hell. You
The
don't know how to
robot's
use a
gonna come and
lighter?
be like, it was the breaker and it was Marcus.
Again.
Marcus think that's the answer to stopping technology. I would just keep taking these breakers
I'm gonna
off.
hide my can. I'm gonna figure it out one day.
Stop doing that.
McKinley came home and she's learning how to hack at her school.
See?
So she knows how to, certain buttons you press on the computer, it'll pull up the code. She knows what buttons to press on your computer to pull
Oh
up.
yeah, to pull up all the
Yeah.
user commands.
Yeah,
We was hacking. We was writing code on MySpace. We just was using it to make stuff glitter.
Man, to dial into the internet used to be a hacking situation.
There you go.
Come on.
Yeah. We're old, is what we're
we
saying.
are.
Look, that's Kevin expiring.
I already know. I'm glad he was here and he lasted this long. Me
Y'all
too.
not hungry?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I was hungry when I
My
showed
son been
up.
growling. I thought
I'm
you was hungry.
tipsy.
You see?
I
All right,
drink
fam.
champagne all day.
Is
And
that
I was
why you
looking
looked
at-
at me that you was like,
It was growling. I was like, I know he has to be hearing this.
All right. So, hey.
point of the moral of the whole
You got a moral to
podcast
this?
is the earth is flat.
The earth is flat. Bless his heart. Is this y'all's last podcast of the year?
I don't know. I asked it.
It might be.
the rest of
It
the
all
year.
depends
Yeah,
on
this
what
is a
Monday
good
feels
closeout.
like. Okay, well that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
man,
is
the
a
last 2
closeout.
weeks, we're supposed to be drinking and eating unhealthy.
No,
You
we
make sure
worked
that
it all the
happens.
way through.
I'm going to be over at y'all
Well,
home.
that's different. You better be. Hey,
He
fam.
ain't. That lets you know he ain't gonna be there.
I've been looking forward
Hey,
to this.
thank y'all for tuning into this
Feet gonna be hurting.
craziness. Y'all know our guests. I don't even feel like letting them do any outro because y'all know who they are.
Maybe it's a robot watching. It's
It
like, I
might
am
be.
unfamiliar.
We don't want them here.
Kev on stage. Kev on.
I'm that dude that living out in the woods.
That's what my
Bandanas and stuff.
you just reminded me. I had a conspiracy theorist customer a customer at the bank, and he was talking about how people are like, I'm off the grid, and he was like, do you realize
You ain't never off the grid.
he was like, you don't have a cell phone. He was like, you not having a cell phone don't matter.
No.
He's like, you seen Batman? If I don't have a cell phone, but y'all do, or that there,
Yeah.
or all the cameras and all this, he was like, you have to live in the woods naked. Your phone has to be buried 10 feet underground, or no phone within you, around you 10 feet, that's not 10 feet underground. And also, you would not be able to exist within society.
Thing is, how you think they track traffic? It's the cell phone.
It's the cell phone.
They see 300 cell phones right here in this small space. That's traffic.
Yeah.
All right, fam.
That's crazy, man.
Hey,
I'm not
yeah.
using my GPS no more.
I'm
I'm gonna turn the breaker off of
It
that.
don't care.
It's like we still know where you at.
Just don't care.
You just don't know where you at.
I'm trying to end it.
It's not ended. You got to push through.
No.
Robots! I'm gonna be on podcasts talking about they hate black women.
They already do. Hey, I've been your host, Marcus Tanksley, a.k.a. Tank. Y'all can find me on Instagram, Marcus on the Gram, Facebook, and Marcus on the book, TikTok, and Tank Don't Talk. And y'all can find my beard and body butter called Man Shit. It's MANSHYT.com. Goose.
All right, you can catch me on IG. That's GOOLZBY. You can catch me on YouTube, Building with Goose, and you can buy my merch at reptmerch.com. I changed it up a little bit. It's gonna be in the description. Also, before we close, everybody be safe out there. Be aware, folk are trying to steal our women. And some of our men out there too. Be aware. Don't touch. Yeah, all that
napkins.
stuff. Don't touch those napkins on your door handle, on the gas pump. I saw a video today.
I seen that too.
Somebody put something on the gas pump. You'll get knocked up and get snatched.
Nigga, do you know knocked up is a racist term?
No, I don't.
We're going to talk about it next year.
Knocked up. I'm gonna look that up. Y'all just be careful out there. All
didn't know
right,
that.
be aware.
Y'all want to...
Keep your head on the
Kev
swivel.
on stage. You can find me on KevOnStage.com. And also, have unprotected sex this holiday season.
Go ahead, Angel.
Just do it.
Just start
It
talking,
feel
please.
better.
I'm that chick, Angel. You can get the Mama Likes box at shopmamalikes.com. And you know where to find me. Man.
All right, fam. Y'all have a good one. Have a blessed New Year and holiday season.
Stuff.